Hello and welcome to History Sleep Stories, where we delve deep into the untold tales of the ancient past, exploring the mysteries and marvels of civilizations that shaped our world. Today, we journey back over 4,000 years to the island of Crete, in the heart of the Mediterranean, to uncover the secrets of the Minoans, Europe's first great civilization. The story of the Minoans begins long before the classical grandeur of Athens or the might of Rome. It is a tale that takes us into the Bronze Age, roughly between 3000 and 1450 BCE, an era when the foundations of complex society were being laid across Europe and the Near East. But unlike their contemporaries on the mainland, the Minoans were a uniquely vibrant and sophisticated culture centered on Crete, whose influence radiated across the Aegean and beyond. At the core of the Minoan civilization was the palace complex at Knossos, a sprawling and intricate site that modern archaeologists have painstakingly unearthed since the early 20th century. The British archaeologist Sir Arthur Evans, whose name is inseparably linked with the Minoans, began excavating Knossos in 1900. His discoveries transformed our understanding of prehistoric Europe. Beneath the ruins of this palace lay labyrinthine corridors, lavish frescoes, advanced plumbing systems, and a wealth of artifacts that pointed to a society profoundly different from the warlike cultures that would later dominate the region. But what made the Minoans so exceptional? First, their economy was vibrant and outward-looking, centered on maritime trade. From about 2000 BCE, their ships sailed the Mediterranean, exchanging olive oil, wine, pottery, and precious metals with peoples as far away as Egypt, Syria, and the Cycladic Islands. The sea was their highway, and the Minoans mastered its challenges. This maritime prowess not only brought wealth, but also cultural exchanges that enriched their society. The Minoan settlements were remarkable for their organization and artistry. Knossos itself was an architectural marvel. The palace covered around 20,000 square meters, with multi-storied buildings arranged around central courtyards. It had storerooms filled with jars called pithoi, which contained grains, oil, and wine, staples of Minoan wealth. Their innovative water management system included aqueducts, drainage pipes, and flushing toilets, technologies centuries ahead of many other contemporary civilizations. Art flourished in Minoan Crete, as evidenced by vibrant frescoes that adorned palace walls. These paintings captured scenes of daily life, religious ceremonies, and nature, featuring bulls, dolphins, and floral motifs in vivid colors. Such artwork revealed a society that celebrated life, nature, and ritual. The bull, in particular, was a central figure in Minoan iconography and religion. The famous bull leaping fresco depicts athletes vaulting over bulls in a ceremonial sport, hinting at a complex belief system intertwined with nature worship and possibly ancient rites of passage. Speaking of religion, the Minoan spiritual life seems to have been deeply connected to fertility and the natural world, though much remains uncertain due to the lack of deciphered written records. Archaeological finds suggest their goddess worship was predominant, often depicted as a snake goddess, an emblem of renewal and power. These female deities indicate a society perhaps led by priestesses or matriarchal religious figures, further distinguishing the Minoans from the patriarchal cultures that followed. Written language is another key aspect that reveals the Minoan world's complexity. The Minoans developed two major scripts, which remain partially or wholly undeciphered to this day. The first, known as Cretan hieroglyphs, was used primarily on seals and small objects. The second and better-known script is Linear A, which appeared around 1800 BCE and is believed to be used for administrative records and possibly religious texts. Despite extensive efforts, Linear A has never been fully decoded, leaving much of the Minoan civilization's internal workings shrouded in mystery. The Minoans flourished for nearly a millennium, but their decline began around 1450 BC. What caused the downfall of this brilliant civilization? The answer is likely a combination of factors. One powerful natural event was the catastrophic eruption of the Thera volcano on the nearby island of Santorini around 1600 BCE. This massive eruption would have generated tsunamis and ash fallout that devastated the island of Crete's coastal cities and agricultural lands. Archaeological layers at Minoan sites bear signs of destruction contemporaneous with this event. Following this, the Mycenaeans from mainland Greece began to exert influence over Crete. By 1400 BCE, the once independent Minoan culture came under Mycenaean control, as seen in the adoption of Linear B writing, which was used for early Greek dialects and changes in the palace structures. The Mycenaeans were more militaristic and less artistic, signaling a shift in the region's power dynamics. The end of the Minoan era marks the dawn of Mycenaean Greece, laying groundwork for the later classical civilizations. Despite this decline, the impact of the Minoan civilization was profound. Their innovations in art, architecture, religion, and maritime trade influenced the wider Aegean and Mediterranean worlds. The Greeks revered the Minoans, incorporating elements of their myths and symbols, such as the Labyrinth and the Minotaur, into their own cultural narratives. Today, the legacy of the Minoans remains one of the most fascinating chapters in ancient history. Their palaces, frescoes, and artifacts continue to inspire historians, archaeologists, and enthusiasts alike. They serve as a reminder that Europe's first great civilization was not one of conquest and war, but of creativity, trade, and deep connection to the natural world. Thank you for joining History Sleep Stories on this journey into the secrets of the Minoans. Rest now, and let your dreams travel through time to ancient Crete, where the first sparks of European civilization flared to life with vibrant colors and profound mysteries.